everyone. We're going to go ahead and put our beer into this carboy. It's a better bottle, plastic carboy. I've already washed it out. We'll go ahead and mix us up a little batch of sanitizer to sanitize this and a few of the things, the auto siphon and the bung for the carboy and the airlock. And then we'll go ahead and get this all transferred up, and I'll just bring you along and show you how we get this sanitizer set up. Alright, we're going to mix up a quarter batch of sanitizer. That's about 8 quarts. To see, there'll be about 5 quarts. So we need a quarter of an ounce. And this has a little gauge on it right here. You just squeeze the bottle. See if I can get this view of that. You just squeeze that bottle and it'll come up there, and you just get your 1/8 of an ounce. This is 1 ounce here. So let's see, there's a half, there's a quarter, so we'll pour that in. And this is Star Sand. It's cold water, so all we got to do is get 5 quarts of cold water. This is a 2-quart pitcher, so we'll take 2.5 of these. Give that a shake. Clean up here as we go. This is a no-rinse sanitizer. So we don't need to rinse it out of the bottle. We'll just pour some in here. Sanitize all our long stuff in. Just kind of laying that right up there in the sink. Help that foam kind of settle out of there. We'll put in our auto siphon. We'll use the hose that's in our bubbler. So we'll get that in there. Break down our airlock. Put that in. The bung for the carboy. So there's all that. Alright. So we'll let that drain out so we don't have quite so much foam in there, and I'll get back when we get ready to transfer. Alright, I brought the beer over to the counter. Haven't opened it yet. Got the carboy all set up. It's got to be just a little bit lower because of the gravity feed. In fact, I think I'm going to put it on the floor. I think the tube's long enough to reach that. Now we get a good siphon into that. The white stuff is just sanitizer. It doesn't affect the taste at all. So let me make sure you guys can see what's happening here with that on the floor. Alright, I think you can get that right there. Alright. Okay, we'll go ahead and pop our top here. The bubbling into the jar calmed down quite a bit today. Oh yeah, that looks good. We are right on our mark still. Kind of looks nasty when it's like this because you've got all that foam and stuff from the yeast. Okay, we sanitized our tubing. Just set that there for now. Go ahead and get our other siphon cleaned out. Put that in here. Go ahead and hook this up. And we really don't want the beer to splash into the bottom of that carboy, so I need to raise that up just a little bit. Set up this just about right. Yeah, still below our bucket. Get that. We want it to just kind of swirl in the bottom there. Give this a couple of quick pumps. Okay. There it's siphoning. I'll get you in for a close-up of that. You see it just kind of moving in there. Nice and gradual. Don't want to stir in a lot. See, that looks kind of nasty. But man, boy, that smells good. Alright, we'll get that transferred over. And then I'll bring you back. Alright, we're getting down about 2/3 in this bucket. We're going to need to tip it. I just use a regular cereal bowl. And we'll just put it under this side of the barrel. That'll tip that, and that'll get down within just a few tablespoons at the bottom. I've got my my hydrometer set up so I can get the initial reading on the beer, and then we'll let this ferment. And when I get 3 readings on the hydrometer that are the same, we know it's done with the second fermentation, and then we can go ahead and bottle it. So I got about right here right now. So we'll bring you back when we're done. Okay, we've got everything transferred over. I'll go ahead and take a reading here. I've sanitized my turkey baster here to suck this out. We'll go ahead and fill our sample tube up. Try not to get too much foam going in it. Okay, we got to get the hydrometer floating. There it should come up. Alright, let's see what we got here. Looking at about 1.016. Alrighty. Now we want to keep this out of the light as much as we can. And I'll just put it right back in this box. I've cut a hole in the top of the box so we can just set it in there Then we'll put our airlock on, so we get this put inside there. Try not to slosh it around too much. Put our bung in good and tight. And then that'll be just right. We'll go ahead and move it over in the corner. So I'll get you set up over there and you can see where we'll put it. Okay, right there's where it's going to be, right there in that corner. And I'll get the airlock set up. And I just use sanitizer in it. We'll just poke that right in the top here. And there it'll be. In a few hours it'll start bubbling a little bit and we'll just keep our eye on it. So that's all there was to it. Alright, we're all done. Everything's been cleaned up. I'm just waiting for everything to dry before I take it down and store it in the basement. And it took less than half an hour for cleanup and everything. So the next thing we'll do is after maybe 4 or 5 days we'll start checking that. And when we get 3 days in a row that it's giving us the same specific gravity, then we'll go ahead and bottle it. So we'll see you back in, I don't know, 5 days or so, and we'll get it bottled.